Shout out Barber here. Welcome to the spotlight. I like that. That'd be a nice little intro. Shout out Barber here, and welcome to the spotlight. And they had a jungle. When I was a kid, right, I used to I used to go to white schools, predominantly white schools, right. This is early. This is like like 1 through 5 type. And I got introduced to rock and roll, AC/DC, Metallica, all of them, right? I was like, it was like kids coming to school and he was like, yeah, man, you know this big band, and he was like, man, what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? I don't get it,
out, bro. I know you have one of them graphic tees.
No, I actually started getting into it. And it was like, no, I can really get with this. You just gotta be able to kind of like, get out of the mode of listening to lyrics, right? And just get into the feel. It's about rock and roll. All right, let's try it this way. If R&B is like a blunt, right? And rap is like alcohol. You know what I'm saying? Like vodka, or Hennessy or tequila, right? But rock and roll is an energy drink. Rock and roll is Red Bull, 5 Hour Energy, Celsius. Rock and roll is an energy drink, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what rock and roll is. Energy drink. You feel me?
Yeah. I like that analogy.
You'll get it.
I like that analogy.
You'll get it.
It's not sustainable for
for a very long time.
And
when you're done, you're gonna crash. You're gonna crash. The crash will happen off rock and roll for sure. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
Yeah, we'll fade it up. Keep the beard length.
Did I miss something here? I supposed to froze. I froze off somewhere. I'm a barber. I don't know if am I frozen? Am I frozen? Yes, I'm a barber. I cut hair. I cut hair every day for a living, and I go live from 1 to 2 o'clock every day I work. I do have a client in my chair, but I can't show you due to client confidentiality because man actually has a real job. And I don't want him to say something crazy and have his face on camera and ding in trouble. So I keep my clients, pretty much private. You can hear them, but seeing them, that's all up to them. If they want to be seen in the camera, they can more. I don't care. But to start off, it's always client confidentiality first because I don't want to lose clientele playing around with y'all. Yeah, that part. So what was we saying?
Nah, we was just talking about rock and roll being an energy drink.
Oh yeah, rock and roll is like an energy drink, bro. That's like you gotta be ready to, you know what I'm saying, turn up off rock and roll. And the crash will happen because when you're done, you're gonna have a headache most likely. You know what I'm saying? Probably have a few bruises. You know what I mean? You done mess around and banged your head once or twice. I done seen some. Yeah, I done seen some casket. I done seen some casket kicked. And I'm like, did you just like literally roundhouse kick this person? You got roundhouse kick. That's just crazy, man. So what I've been on today is I've been dealing with this. I didn't say anything about it yesterday, right? But it was on my mind today. Talking about our girl, Sonia Massey, right? And I'm not gonna say our girl because I want to try to take a different approach to this one. But have you heard about that one?
What's going on?
The young lady that just got killed from the police. They just showed the video. The body cam came out.
I heard. I haven't tapped into anything.
So what did you hear about it?
Like she calls 911. Black woman calls 911. White cop shows up and shoots her. That's all I've heard.
Like literally, like just like that.
That's it.
Um,
Well, he got,
I don't
it's
see.
murder,
Yeah.
right? Like it's murder. So, but I refuse to watch those videos. Uh, I don't need to see it. So that's been our realities
For quite a while.
as long as America has been America.
Right.
Um, so I haven't dove much more into it. But
So you choose to stay kind of ignorant about it, because that's ultimately what happens.
yeah,
Ultimately, what
Well,
happens is like you just I don't know about it. I don't care about it, and I just kind of like live my life as long as I don't see it. I'm okay.
I can read about it, but to go into great detail and
I mean, but
watch videos.
to read about it is similar to just a quick little headline story, or not even headline story, more like a yo, what's going on, family? More like a reading the headlines, just a title story, the title of a story on a paper. You know what
Oh
I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
Spider-Man goes rogue again, but you don't read the actual story. You feel me? Like you just reading the title. You know what I mean? So you cool with just doing that?
Yes and no.
Give me both points on that.
No, as in, I know titles are used for clickbait a lot of times, right?
Right.
And also too, depending on where that story's coming from, you gotta know who's backing that story. NBC is different than CNN. CNN is different than Fox. All the local, you know. And so I'm big on getting the same story from different perspectives.
Right.
So it's more than just I'm gonna read the title and let that be all I need it to be.
Right.
Yes, in the sense that again I don't need to see the video, and once I've done my own due diligence on the sources.
But you don't really do that though. You don't really do that. You just kind of
It's not an immediate thing.
you skim it, and then by the time you see the you do your due diligence, like everything is already taking place.
Possibly, but like, I'm not on. I know a lot of surfaces on social media. People always got their opinions and this, and that. The rate at which I digest information, what I deem important information, right? The story.
Right.
Like that for me is. I don't think that's a big deal. It's like, for instance, if a new album's to drop, everyone's listening to the new album.
Right.
I'm gonna get to it when I get to it,
Right.
so I can feel how I need to feel about it.
So what story? What has to be the title for you to feel compelled to learn about it in real time? Like what has to happen? Like what's the title? What's the the situation?
It more so has to do with where I'm at in my life versus the title. Do I have the energy for this? Do I have the mental capacity for it? Do I have the emotional capacity for it, right?
Right.
So it's more so about that than the title.
As I'm listening to you, I'm thinking to myself, you know what I'm saying? Nice, how you doing? I'm thinking to myself,
What's good, Nice?
I feel like it's kind of ironic that, well, I don't know, because if I'm not mistaken, I don't know the actual date of when this incident occurred with Sonya Massey, but it's kind of ironic that it happens. It comes out around the time where people are pandering for presidency. And now here we are again, faced with something that we've been facing for a long time: trigger happy police officers, right? So I'm wondering if it's like a tactic to to sway people one way or the other by releasing a body cam of a unarmed or seemingly unarmed or disoriented or whatever you want to call it, however you view, because you didn't see the actual footage, right?
Nope.
Okay, so you don't really know exactly what's going on other than just the title of the story.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay, okay. So basically, do you care to know?
I do.
Oh, so basically, the story is Shorty felt like there was an intruder in or around her house, right? And she called the police as she's supposed to, right? Or we would think. And the police came, they checked the house. They said they didn't find anything, right? So they was asking, typical, standard probing questions just to make sure, she's in her right mind or she's not playing a game or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Typical questions, you know what I mean? But then she invites them in, right? She wants to show that paperwork. She done said 2 times. She said outside one time that she was on medication, right? Because the cop asked her, like, are you all right mentally? Like, are you okay? And she was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm on medication, right? Then when she got in the house, they was asking for her ID, right? So they can make a report on the situation. But she was like, I can't find my ID, but here's my papers, which will be the papers that shows that she's on medication as well, most likely,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right? I'm assuming, right? The cop go, I don't want to see the papers. Show me the ID. We'll get to the papers later, right? And it's like, okay, why are y'all being so rough with this woman? You know what I'm saying? Because if she show you her papers, then most likely her name is going to be on the papers
That's the point
that
of
show. So
identification.
you'll learn 2 different things about her with one piece of paper, right? You'll learn that she's on medication. What type of, really more than 2, because what type of medication. Then you'll learn her name, right? As she find her ID. It's like, it ain't like y'all got so much to do. You know what I'm saying? So meanwhile, she was in the house. Apparently she was cooking. She had hot water on the stove, right? She she picks up the hot water, and when she picked up the hot water, she looked like she walked over to the sink to either place the pot on the sink or pour the water out, right? But she must have grabbed it in a way where it was threatening to the officer, right? So she probably grabbed it in a way where she was going to throw the pot of water on him. Now, the woman was a small woman. She didn't look like no big, super buff woman, right?
Yeah, she's not, you know,
right.
competing this next two.
Yeah, no, yeah, she wasn't. Yeah, she wasn't competing. So she messed around, and he said she turned back to one of the other officers and said, what you backing up for? He was like, cause you got that water. You know what I'm saying? You got a pot of hot water. And she was like, cause of the water. He said, yeah. She was like, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And the cop goes, what? What you say? She said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. He said, you put that fucking pot down, I'm gonna shoot you in the fucking face. Put the fucking pot down. Right then, he pulled out the gun. Probably about a couple seconds later, he put 3 in it. Killed her. She drops the pot, right? When he said that, she dropped the pot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fell down, said, I'm sorry, fell down. But then I guess when she was down there, she picked the pot up again. And probably was going to stand up, I don't know. But the water kind of threw it. So maybe she was going to throw the water on him. Because the water kind of, did come out as if it was tossed.
Well, she dropped the pot. And she was told to drop the pot, and she dropped the pot.
And she dropped the pot. Yeah. But he met a pot of water.
If you've ever dropped a bowl with water, a pot with water, it falls forward.
Exactly.
That's just how that.
She dropped the pot. Water did fall out. The water did fall out.
Yeah, he's going to jail.
The water fell out. He met a pot of water with deadly force at the end of the day. So my question is, what I like to ask people is are you upset? Are you upset because it's a white cop and a black woman who was seemingly unarmed, right? Or are you upset because it's another trigger-happy cop shooting and meeting people with deadly force where there's no need for deadly force?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like trying to figure out what's the real reason for outrage? Like what's the real problem here? You know what I'm saying? Like where are we really like missing? What are we missing? Where are we going wrong?
I got it. I'm big on numbers, right?
Okay.
How many times do we hear about a minority law enforcement officer being the one that pulls the trigger and it's someone that's white?
Not as much as we hear the other way around. We hear the other way around a lot more than we hear of a minority doing. But I know it happens though.
Oh, I'm sure it happens, right? But at a much more,
Lesser rate.
yeah, decreased clip than what it is.
Yeah.
No pun intended with the word clip there. But
I might be too childish for that one. Yo, Jeff.
But so you have that layer of it, right? It's like how often are you hearing about a black cop, a Hispanic cop doing this to a white guy, white lady, no matter the age? That could be what a
Go on, look.
also look at law enforcement and the history of law enforcement, right? There's the argument and the real argument that law enforcement, cops are just a more uniformed. I don't even want to say more uniformed. Cops are basically the KKK protected.
Oh wow.
Think about.
I can see. Franklin, what up?
If you, I mean, again, this would have to take research and doing some, quite a bit of history.
Well, going to history, police officers were created after slavery was abolished.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
To protect and serve is not about their commitment to protect and serve the public, but each other. And I know this because my older brother's father is white, and he was the Canton police chief in a nearby suburb that we grew up in, or adjacent to. And Steve and I have plenty of conversations around when this stuff happens. A big part of why someone like him, after his time, and when he was doing his vetting to build out his team, he made sure that folks did, if he can mitigate any sort of prejudice in his hiring, he would.
Right.
But that's one guy in one suburb in Ohio.
Right.
And you can't say the same about everywhere else. So knowing what I know from an adjacent experience and an expert in the field, I'd say is, he's protecting service not about the citizens.
Not about the citizens.
The blue lives matter. And he was like, that's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. Because it is. It's like, all right, red lives matter for firefighter. Like, no.
Like who's trying to take out firefighters?
Right. But all this to go to say,
like firefighters and mailmen and Firefighters and mailmen. I think they the only two that can go into any neighborhood without a problem.
I'd agree. I definitely agree. But again, like this, it then becomes a history, because who historically, because you see, we didn't have a narrative in saying the type of people we are as black folk in America. From day one, the propaganda is this monster, this monkey, this coon, this that. They're dangerous. They're this. They're that.
Who said that?
It's the media.
Nah, it was specific people that labeled us.
Well, yeah,
It was
white
specific people.
Back then saying.
But the question is,
fear mongering.
yeah, the system is definitely breaking down. No, somebody on this answer. Franklin said the system breaking down. But the thing is that it's like you say, it's fear mongering, right? For sure. But it's also to keep the United States divided.
Oh, well, for sure. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if I can keep y'all divided, looking at each other as the enemy, then we can do what we need to do over here without resistance.
Agreed.
You know what I'm saying? Because if y'all come together, y'all ain't gonna be looking at each other as the enemy. So who gonna be the enemy?
The system.
Yeah. So that's why the question comes up. You know, just like you say, like it's not about protecting the citizens. It's about protecting the blue wall, right? Which is, you know, do we look at this situation with this young lady that just got murdered by the people that was supposed to be there to protect her, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do we look at it as a race thing, or is it a them versus us thing? You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So you got police officers out there, right? Young man, he just got caught up. He had and this happened to me too, right? He just got messed up. He ain't have insurance, right? But it wasn't that he ain't have insurance. It's that his insurance had lapsed. You know what I'm saying? Cop wanna, oh yeah, I could take you to jail. I should take you to jail, and now you threatening, showing your nuts like you the man out here. You know what I mean? Like you really stopping crime because my insurance lapsed.
Mm-hmm.
So you really out here fighting crime now. But you got to show me how tough you are.
Mm-hmm.
It's unnecessary.
Right.
Right? It's unnecessary. Why are you doing it? Why are you so aggressive over insurance that you clearly see has lapsed? You know what I'm saying? So is it a them versus us, or is it a black-white issue? Or is it both?
It's both.
It's both. Good call, Frank. That's the thing, like what. So the best way is when we sit here, right? We sit here and we like, damn, it's election year. Everybody want to get elected. Everybody want to be, vote for me, vote for me. Kamala Harrison, I don't know her name. Donald Trump.
Nah, you just being funny. I know you know.
I don't know this woman's name, dog.
Name.
Well, I just want to let you know I'm not joking.
All right, Shai.
Yeah, because one thing you know about me, if I'm joking, I'm going to laugh.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really all the way know her name. It's Kamala.
Yeah.
I don't know her name for real, and I really didn't take the time to actually look at it. I only go off what I hear.
Okay.
So I never actually looked at it. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I never seen it. And it's okay that I don't know her name because the fuck? Why? I ain't saying who I will vote for, who I wouldn't vote for. I'm just saying, I don't care if I know her name or not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I got you.
Like that's not a name I have to know. You feel me? Like no, like damn, how you don't know your mom's name? I get that, but this woman, I don't know that woman.
Mm-hmm.
So and it's okay for me not to know her. So meanwhile, we see who he's voting for.
Oh, you are funny.
But no, like my thing is the people are panthering like, yo, vote for me, right? But the question is, if I vote for you, what does that mean for me? What is that? What does that do for me? Like we all live in a society right now where it's about what can you do for me. I know what I can do for you. I can cut your hair, but what can you do for me? You can pay me to cut your hair. Problem solved. I got a problem. You got a problem. We solved each other's problem.
Facts.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes down to them, they have a problem. I can solve your problem, but I got a problem. Will you solve my problem? That's the question that I ask anytime somebody say, vote for me, we need you to vote. Why? Why should I vote for you? Why?
Mm-hmm.
What is it going to do for me? What do I get out of voting for you? Project 2025. See now, Franklin, now you get into the, you know about Project 2025?
I've loosely heard it.
But see, you don't like to look at stuff in real time. So by the time you find out about Project 2025, this is gonna be 2026.
Yo, you're funny.
Cause you don't like real time information. The brother don't like real time information. You know what I'm saying?
I've heard of Project 20. I just haven't sat down and looked at the whole, his basically commandment of what he's gonna do, right?
Yeah. What he's trying to put in place. I don't know everything. I'm not all the way sharp on it because a lot of stuff I done actually forgot because I started looking at that type of stuff a while ago. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm somewhat of a conspiracy theorist, so I be on stuff. And to me, a conspiracy is true until it's proven to be false. You see what I'm saying?
I can get behind that.
Yeah, a conspiracy and true is true to me. It's true until it's proven to be false. If you can prove a conspiracy to be false, then I'll take it. But other than that, yeah, I want to see how they gonna play the. I want to see how they gonna play the money issue. I want to see how they gonna play the money angle because they really trying to crash and get rid of the dollar, but I can't really see them doing one world currency, right? When you got BRICS trying to get together and get their own currency, but yet and still, Russia and United States and China. I don't know about Russia and China, but I know China, Russia, United States and China. United States ain't never see eye to eye with neither one of them two. So how are we gonna get on the same page as them? That's gonna be something to see by itself. Because China, Russia and China, we always been 1 second away from a fight. One word away, one incident away. So it'll be interesting to see how those two how those two get together, or those three, for real. But I don't know, man. I feel like at the end of the day, it's a thing where we all got to sit back and really wonder or ask ourselves, what's the bigger picture and what do we really want to be outraged by? What they started shooting? This was at a graduation, bro. It's a lot going on. It's a whole lot going on out here in these streets.
Well, I'd argue World War III has been happening.
It's a cyber.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cyber war.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
If you look at history, oh wow.
That's all I was just saying.
If you look at history and just how wars have advanced, motherfuckers aren't. I'm on this boat now and pulled up to shore, and we gonna go at it with these bayonets and these.
Bayonets.
We're not riding horses with swords and shit anymore. Like, war advances, and now we live in a world that is ran by technology. And if I can get into your shit and shut that down,
But they can't shut us down through TikTok though, not China. What's up?
Hey, what's going on?
Well, I mean, yeah, because China owns it, right?
China owns TikTok.
Um,
But they can't shut us down through TikTok.
they don't.
Can they? They can get information.
China's already been whooping our ass on TikTok. Why is it that?
TikTok still exists. That's what I want to go with.
No. It's fine that TikTok exists, but why is it that? Because China controls a lot of the media, censorship over there. Their kids are only seeing things around how to create concrete, how to plaster, and put up a wall, and we're getting TikTok. They're getting TikToks about algorithms and algebra and all, how to farm more efficiently. Our TikToks are for people trying to get rich doing stupid shit.
But I would assure you this, though. Garrett, I agree with you when you start saying how their TikTok is so-called more advanced than our TikTok, right? But what I would agree, what I would go on the ledge and say that if the shit hit the fan, we will soar way further than you expect. And I'm talking about Americans. Yeah, okay, I agree because I see how their technology is crazy. Like the stuff that they be coming up with is wild. But I think if the shit hit the fan, we as Americans will soar way further than most people will give us credit for.
I would agree.
Yeah, because we just play too much. But we ain't no dummies. we ain't no dummies. We just play too much. You know what I'm saying? We just don't take stuff serious. You know what I mean? But it ain't like we can't do it. Because you see what we do when we get outside. Like granted, yeah, these people like Indians coming from, Indians, they be getting on their medical stuff, trying to get on their invention. A lot of stuff that they do, from what I've seen, I could be wrong, really be off of something that we've already done. They just kind of take it to another level. Mm-hmm. I seen this invention that they had made for, I don't know who started it, I don't know who started it, but it was an invention they had made for, hey man, yo, Sean.
What's up?
Yeah, you can sit outside with your phone, man. You don't have to come in here with that. Yeah, you can sit outside and be on your phone.
How you doing? He's in a good spirit.
Nah, you ain't about to just sit in here ear hustling, though.
No, I was just,
It's kind of weird, bro.
No, I was hearing what y'all was saying, but, what perspective are you saying that Americans
ear hustling.
Are you...
You think he gonna come in here ear hustling and play on his phone? Get off your phone.
Are you saying
this is no phone zone. I'm charging 5 cents every time you get on your phone.
You haven't had lunch yet, have you?
Nah, I'm good. But you ain't about to be in here on your phone, though.
You
can play on your phone when you're not in here. When here in the spotlight, you can't play on your phone.
That's all right.
Hey, I don't care if I was in the middle of a sentence or not. Here in the spotlight, get off your phone. Get off your phone. Y'all play on your phones too daggone much. That's your problem. Your phone controls your life. Huh?
Connect with the Lord.
You are a Lord Lion. You was a Lord Lion something.
Father, please forgive.
You was a Lord Lion something, boy. Don't lie on God.
Okay, you can read it. It's right here. Thanksgiving opens the door to my presence.
Read it out loud. Read it out loud then. If you connect in the scripture, read it out loud for the live. Come on.
Thanksgiving
so everybody can hear.
To my presence. Though I am with you, I have gone to great measures to preserve your freedom of choice. I have placed a door between you and me. I have empowered you to open the door or close that door. There are many ways to open it, but a grateful attitude is one of the most effective. Grateful attitude. Thankfulness is built on structure of trust. When thankful word strikes in your throat, you need to check up on the foundation of trust. When thankfulness flows freely from your heart and lips, let your gratitude draw you closer to me. I want to learn the arts of giving thanks in all circumstances. So see how many times you can thank me daily. That's when I broke and went to a prayer before you. But that's all right. This will awaken your awareness to multiple of blessings. It will also cushion the impact of trials when they come against you. Lord, which is this happening? I was praising you, then the trials triple. Okay. Patience. My present by practicing the discipline of thankfulness.
Chapter and verse, please.
Okay. Well, this is just the daily bread. Then
Chapter and verse, please.
Enter his gates with thanksgiving and his courts with praise. Give thanks to him and praise his name. Psalms 100.
Palms.
Psalms. Sorry. But I trust in
Let's
you,
not be in
O
my
Lord.
word.
I say, you are my God. Psalms 31:14. Give thanks in all circumstances. Even right now, I was shy doing this. Bless his heart, because he know not what he do.
Oh, I know what I do.
Thanks in all the circumstances for this.
I know exactly what I do.
For you in Christ Jesus.
Amen.
Man,
Amen.
Come on, man.
Come through with the word then. Okay. I know exactly what I do. See, don't make me put my preacher hat on. Don't make me put my preacher pastor hat on, because it goes down in here, Playboy. Don't make me do it, because I'll overdo it.
Well, you know, he draws us close to him.
Hey, well,
So, you know,
I'm just trying to, okay. But see, now let me tell you something.
Yes,
now
sir.
let me ask you something. I'm going to ask you something. How do you feel about that?
How I feel about what?
What he just read?
Which portion? The daily bread or the specific scriptures that the
Yeah,
daily bread was?
all of it.
I feel no type of way. Like he's in his word.
Okay, good call. How you feel?
I feel inspired. I feel like now, after I get my hair cut, I can go back in the Word and in the world and do my mission as the vessel that He put me here to do.
So you learned nothing from what he read?
Oh no, I learned plenty.
Oh, okay.
I didn't.
How do you feel when you learn something? Oh, my bad. I forgot who I was talking to. Hold up. Let me. In due time. I'll ask you in 2 months about this right here. I forgot who I was talking to. I'm sorry. I forgot I was talking to Mr. Delayed. Labor Day. Yeah, Labor Day. I forgot I was Mr. Delayed Reaction.
What's going on Labor Day?
That's around the time where he'll dive into what you just read. Yeah,
He's just being shy. That's it.
What that mean? Because I almost cut your chain off. What that mean? What that
He
mean?
almost cut your chain out.
Yeah, when he said that. Yeah.
I try to be nasty, catch up. That's all right. We miss you too.
His chain his chain got caught in the Clippers.
Okay.
You up there talking?
Yeah,
That's him.
Are you from Atlanta?
No,
Where you originally from?
Ohio.
Well, he from the
Come on,
He from the OH10.
Where at?
Dayton.
I'm from Dayton.
Oh, somebody dropped a bang on the ground. That's crazy.
Look at you representing. You been some White Castles.
Hell no. What?
Shit.
White Castle?
What? Come on.
Don't be putting White Castle on your body.
Baby, well, everybody's different.
Yeah.
I
I mess up some skyline now.
Shorty don't.
Yeah, man.
Cop don't
Big
realize
boy,
the bang on the ground.
Freshes after church. Freshes, Ryan's.
I
Man, I used to what?
Shut up, Dayton, Ohio. What brings you down
Oh,
here?
he trying to get to it.
Work in school or just a different way of life?
Work.
Oh, he trying.
I was in Chicago before I moved down here.
Word. Okay. You freezing up there? What parts?
I was in the city.
Willie Park or Lincoln Park?
Lincoln.
He got money. Okay, come on.
Oh, he trying to get to the gym.
Stretch out somebody. I always know what the money is.
Come on, man. Come on. Let's switch it up.
Miamisburg. I grew up in
Centerville?
No, that's adjacent to Centerville. So I grew up off Gettysburg, Salem, over on the
Charwood.
Yeah.
Inglewood. Yeah. I went to the Dale back in the day.
So
look at that small world.
Whack ass.
Man, that's crazy.
Whack ass Ohio.
Oh, he's there. That's all right.
Pennsylvania is a sad Midwest.
He said Philly.
Pennsylvania is the sad Midwest. Pennsylvania is not the Midwest, brother. First of all,
neither is Ohio. It's crazy that they
you said the Midwest. Y'all Midwest.
It was a joke.
I didn't like the joke.
I know. That's okay. I liked it. I laughed.
No, you didn't. Did you? You did. Why?
Because
That shit wasn't even funny. It did kind of like.
See how he got good people from
It
Dayton?
kind of. It did kind of make me go, what the fuck?
That was the point.
Yeah, it did. It did kind of give me
the
a.
spotlight, baby.
It gave me a WTF moment.
Stay in your word, young man.
Absolutely.
He don't even get in his word. He don't read. He just said it earlier.
Dang, that's a whole lot of judgment, but that's all right.
You know.
Is that
He
all
got
right?
that power.
Hold on, time out. Good call. Good call. What did you say earlier?
What?
That about learning stuff?
I
You
didn't
said
even
you
get a
learn.
chance to finish
You
the
said
answer
you
the
learn on
question.
your own time.
Well, yeah, there are some things,
Yeah.
but also there are things where it's like, all right, this was meant for you now. Take this now.
Okay, good call.
Mm.
Good call. I'm gonna let you live, man. I'm not
All
gonna
right,
do you.
Dayton, you stay up. Don't
stay
change,
up.
man.
Hey,
ATL
only get
get kind
better.
of crazy.
Only
you know
get
what I'm
better.
saying?
All right,
Yes,
son, I
sir.
appreciate you.
Yo, be cool, y'all.
All right, so I want you to put your foot in
Come
this
on,
cut.
man.
I need you to do what you do. I am on my way to New York. You know, this is the showcase week. I'm about to go for it. This is it, man.
Oh, for the play.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, how you feeling?
Butterflies. That's why I need that word because I've been like my stomach been queasy all day.
For the play?
Well, just going up there and everything. Like this is it. Like all that hard work. This is it. This is the weekend. And I feel like a kid. Well, what if they don't like me? You know what I'm saying?
What if they don't like me?
Right.
So you got the play
Mm,
coming up.
yes. Ugh. Woo. Yes.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, man. Couple of friends up there hitting me up. I'm like, yo, let's skip the moment. Let's chill. What's man? Let's say.
That's what you're gonna do when you get up there.
I'm trying to.
So how
relax
does the
my
play?
mind.
How does the play go?
What the play is game night. It's about
Game night.
It's about 6 different individuals that's coming together for kind of like a reunion of a friend,
Right.
and they're just going over things that happened in college and stuff. And when we first rolled it from our perspective, we rolled it as our age people because we feel like adult experiences. But when the engine came in and started throwing money, they wanted us to gear to more 20-year-olds. And we like, okay. So it was a little back and forth for a second, really one meeting, because we're like, well, F this engine. And then when they said, oh, well, this engine's giving 7
The
figures.
engine is the money.
The money, exactly.
Okay.
We like, oh, okay, whatever they want. Yeah, so the engine, it's the engine. Damn. Talk about being a streetwalker for some money. So,
You said you was gonna be a streetwalker.
well,
You
it's
do
like,
that in L.A.
No, what I mean is like everything they asking for, they getting. Like, hey, we need you up here this weekend. Well, I can't. I work. Do you understand? We need you up here this weekend. Your ticket would be at Delta, and I'm like, what? Like, how are you trying to?
Oh, so you
me?
just kind of had to you got to show.
Producing the money. So, and see, my background's healthcare. I'm not used to all this. Everybody else, they freelance or they just do little odd jobs. Well, I was just blessed with a good storyline and some characters. So when they asked it for me, I'm gonna be like, I can't do that. And it was a little back and forth. And then when I started signing all those documents and all those attorneys came like, well, this gonna have to end. Like that contract you signed, don't get up here, and we're gonna hold you, in your production up. So I can't stop everybody else's money and flow.
Right. So you got to get up there regardless.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You ain't got no real choice.
If I have to turn around tomorrow and drive, I have to get up there. Like, cause they've been talking about this Delta strike stuff. I'm like, well, when the hell did that start? And I'm like, oh my gosh.
Oh,
So,
Delta been on strike. Well, they ain't on strike. They I ain't answering.
yeah, they trying to make up for the surge or whatever. So my alternative is if that don't happen, then Friday morning I gotta get up like 4 or 3 in the morning and get on Amtrak and go up there, or just rent a car at 6 in the morning and drive.
Right. Right. I'm gonna put that joint on. What's the name?
I might just bust my pocket. Let's get this plane ticket. I was like, come on, people, please, baby, please. Don't do this to me.
Yeah, you gotta get up there then.
Yeah, man, gosh.
You ain't
So
got
everything gonna
no
work
choice,
out,
my guy.
I know. because I can just imagine them looking at me like, shut up. Like, this was I don't know.
I mean, but you put a lot of work into it, right?
Yeah, man.
So you gotta.
Getting off work and writing and stuff. And it's like,
Well, that's why you felt like you had to get into some work, some
yeah,
scripture.
oh, yeah, this, all that stuff is going on, and I don't know where my energy is shifting me, and it's like, let me just
I could
come
tell you
together
got
a
a
little bit
lot.
more.
I could tell you got a lot going on by your hair.
Okay. Uh,
You know what I'm saying?
so,
Like, yeah, your hair is telling me a lot that's going on with you. One thing y'all, people got to know is your hair, your skin, and your nails will determine a lot. You know what I'm saying? It'll let you know a lot of stuff that's going on in your body, from the inside to the outside, whatever. It lets you know a lot of stuff that's going on. So hair, skin, and nails, man. So you got to make sure that you're not stressed out. You're not, going through too much. You're getting some rest, drinking enough water. You feel me? You got to make sure you're doing everything pretty much right because it'll show. It'll show. And for you right now, it's showing in your hair. Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, my sleep patterns have been
Yeah.
crazy.
I can look at people's hair and be like,
That's good.
you get
Wow.
bad sleep, or
Ooh.
you need to start sleeping on your back. You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
You know what I mean? I could, yeah. So
This morning I had to go to the doctor for my checkup. Then came home, had to do 3 emails. Then dozed off. Then woke up, had to run. I was like, ooh. But we're at the finish line. Almost there, man.
cops got them Jones out there.
Mm.
I'm talking about this right here. Look.
What's that? Where we at? Richmond, Indiana.
No, I don't know. This is something that just kind of popped up on the whistle line.
And then I heard somebody shot a cop went over somebody's house and shot them in the bedroom. Crazy stuff.
Yep, that's exactly what we were talking about earlier. Me and the gentleman that just left.
Come on, Dayton. He seems like good people.
We was talking about that. We was talking about that earlier. Well, actually, that's why I was picking on him a little bit because he was like, I don't know, and I'll find out later. Basically, no, you know what I'm saying. Basically, he was like, he don't know what happened, and he'll find out when he feel like it's time for him to learn. And I was like, so you don't learn about stuff in real time,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? And that's why I was messing with him about that.
That's a good conversation piece.
Yeah, because I was, and I was asking him, which I'll ask you since you brought it up. I was asking him, do you think that it's a black-white issue or it's a police issue?
Well, I think it's both. The black and white issue is, when you feel superior and you feel that, 3 or 4 talks with an individual and they're not following or being submissive to your order, then it's a confrontation or argument. And no, it's not. It's just a debate. This is what's happening. Nobody is not, subject to threatening you. And I feel like sometimes with certain badges and titles, from the retail store to the restaurant to the doctor's office to everywhere that have a certain point of supervision, you cannot antagonize or challenge your superiors. Well, why not? That's how growth happens. Now, of course, there's a presentation and a way to do everything, but just because you're not getting what you want verbally to your that's pleasing to you, doesn't mean that the person is at threat. They just have a different opinion.
Right.
And I just feel sometimes, in all course of life, when it comes to supervision, even sometimes relationship, that is looked frowned upon as you're being challenging or difficult. And recently somebody who I thought I was gonna make a little boo thing, I had to grow up a little bit because
why every week you got a whole new boo thing?
well, because now mingling and seeing what I like to walk down or hold my hand for RIP.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I mean, at the end of the day.
Well, go ahead. Finish your statement, though.
So, it made me think about that situation where they was trying to, ask for certain things that I didn't think should have been on the menu, and just with my no, why are you being so hard or confrontational?
Well,
Huh? Okay. So you are willing to insert that without even knowing my last name.
So what you saying is a lot of times, uh, when dealing with police officers, they take any type of verbal pushback as confrontation
Of course.
versus understanding.
Of course. And unfortunately, and this is a sad, horrible part. I mean, it's all sad, horrible about everything, but especially when it comes to black people and especially black women, it's no regards of listening to you. You just angry black woman or mean black man. And I feel like, there's so many things that can be handled if you just have a conversation. Why is it pull and shoot? I thought the whole thing about certain armed forces was to detain to get information and inquiries about the situation that's under hand. Unfortunately, we're not under that same scope of practice. And it's shoot to kill, then ask questions later.
Is that everybody across the board, or is that just
It's some people
certain
who,
people?
well, it's some people who abuse any parts of the system, and the system is corrupt. And it's unfortunate that these events keep on going on. Now we got body cams, and there's an investigation. How you came into a woman's residence, and you're questioning her for quite a bit of time, and then open fire. In the midst of all of that, where's backup? You felt safe up to the part where you took out your gun. How's that feasible?
What blew me was when she said, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus," and then my man just went nuts.
Right. And you have to also
That's
realize,
the part that blew me.
right. These people in today's society have mental episodes. And I know somebody who's on the APD who was abrasive and aggressive with me in Kroger. And then they turned around and said, "Yeah, did you know I could do something to you?" And I'm like, "Because I ain't giving you my number?"
What?
I'm like, this is going, and I'm looking like, come on, somebody's punking me. Like, come on, I'm all right, but I know like this can't be happening. And this individual literally did all of that, and I was shocked. But the history behind this individual,
How do you?
they started out as working in dietitian or the cafeteria at a facility I worked at, and they went on to do good things for themselves. But one, there's no attraction. I'm not attracted for. Shit, I felt like a squirrel. But to be in Kroger's to have that conversation, like, and then you showed me your badge, like I'm supposed to bow down. Like I was so dumbstruck. I can't believe this is happening. This cannot be happening.
That's the same thing I'm thinking right now.
Like, man, I'm a big old grown dude. I'm up here like, what the fuck? So
this is happening.
you doing this, and I'm supposed to be like,
My
oh
thoughts
no,
exactly.
here go my number. What? You gotta be. So, from that perspective, is it the individual or is it the badge? And how many people have been?
But that's an abuse of power, though, right?
Yeah,
So to speak, because some people would sort of kind of give into like, oh, you're a police officer, so I have to do what you say.
Right. People
Some
who don't
people
know
say
their
it.
people who don't know their laws.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And there's so much stuff that go on in today's society where corporations get the best of people, and that's why open dialect and discussion is so important, especially with us as a community and as a race and as a civilization. So we know our rights. We know how to talk our jargon. It happened everywhere. Even sometimes in my field, you know how things happen. I'm like, baby, if I could call a lawyer for you, you me, you cut your check. But I'll never get that far because everybody's covering for everybody.
Right. Everybody covering for everybody.
Yeah, right thing. Well, do you know how long they was in school? So you think that's practical for them to do this? If you're tired, let somebody take your call. If you're exhausted, get a second opinion. So you gonna do this? Okay. Wow.
But it don't take it don't like it don't take long to become like a police officer, do it?
No, it doesn't. And
6 or 9 months, something like that.
right? It don't take that long to become an officer. And at the end of the day, there's still not a whole lot of mental psych evals to become one.
It's pretty bad that happened and it continues to happen. I feel like the criteria to become a police officer should be a little more strenuous.
I totally agree.
I feel like I feel like 6 to 9 months ain't enough.
No.
A few tests, a few obstacle courses. I feel like 6 or 9 months ain't enough.
I agree with you. And then once you become one, you're protected. You protected. That's the thing. You could turn around and slap me and be like, yo, and I could call 55775. Oh, he's beat the jogging. What happened? Oh, yeah, all right, your lip is just busted. Go on to Walgreens, get some Vaseline. Mm.
Well, you don't know what to do with that woman right there.
Beautiful.
She'll break you down.
Put the one right there, her hand on her
Just
hip
walk
on
by-
TV.
Right here. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, she a boss.
Boy, she'll break you down,
She a
boy.
boss.
She'll break you down.
She a boss.
You wanna know what to do with her.
See, when scenes are heightened like that, I feel what some officers should be able to go around with is people person. People who can talk to people, even under height situations.
Right.
And these guys, they're not, I mean, I've been in the game for a long time, and I feel right now I am at the best of my craft. You know what I'm saying? These guys, straight off the rip, and they know, some, not all of them, don't get twisted, it's not all of them. Sometimes they know it's a corrupt situation. I mean, this is crazy. This is crazy. Like raising your voice, man, this is crazy, crazy. And like the young man who just left, man,
Right.
man, we had told you about Cincinnati PD.
Code up.
You'd be like, damn, Sean. Make
Cincinnati?
ATL, yeah. Make the ATL just look like.
I'm from
Power
I'm from
Rangers.
Philadelphia, man. I didn't have my run-ins with police officers. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Being in Philadelphia and being in Alabama, like I didn't have my run-in with police officers. You feel me? I mean, I feel like it just boils down to, you know, they need a more strenuous process, man. I don't think their process is enough to like really determine if they're fit to be in the world.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, another situation when I was in a grocery store, that was, I mean, you should just saw my face. I was like, I mean, I got Haagen Dazs and Applejack cereals in my hand. Could I give you my number?
yeah.
Like, call me now, so I can get your number in my thing.
Hey, what's good?
It's fine.
Yeah, I mean it sucks, man, because it's always like when the police get to you and you got to talk to them, it's always a very uncomfortable situation. And I don't think anybody is super comfortable with talking to police officers. I done heard a lot of people.
It's always so embracive, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, let's have a conversation. Tell me your side. There's 3 sides of the truth. And, you know, I'm here. I wouldn't want to say something stupid. I would say I'm here to protect you, but really I'm here for a check, depending on who it is. And we have it in all professions. I mean, I know some people, I'm like, Sean, what do you think about this person?
Especially,
I wouldn't send a dog
especially in your profession, because I wanted to ask you, like what make, if you, all right, let's say, all right, you're a doctor, right, or you work in the medical field, if you know you're not supposed to do something, like, let's say a new parent, and the new parent say, I don't want my baby to have donor milk, right? And the kids in the NICU, I don't want my baby to have donor milk. But the parent don't have milk. Why do y'all still say we're gonna give her donor milk versus just the regular Similac?
Because we can trump everything you say. The only thing I need is to another physician to sign off on it, and then it's law.
But now you got yourself a problem with the parents threatening to sue because we specifically signed paper saying no donor milk.
True.
But you still do it. So where is the?
Because that piece of paper you're talking about, everybody don't read it, and there's a little clause in there that is at the discretion of physician's ability, especially with one or two signing off on it, we can override to save your baby's life.
But it ain't even saving their life. It's just giving them food.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's the paperwork that they signed that they don't read. So then when they come back, the only thing we do in court is.
But meanwhile, here's the bullshit, right? Here's the bullshit. Y'all don't disclose that information.
No, we don't.
Y'all keep that, and y'all know it. Y'all know it, but y'all don't say nothing. So
Well,
technically, y'all just as bad as those police officers that know there are bad cops out
I
there.
understand. You're absolutely right. But the thing is, whenever you hear.
Who is for us? Because it seems like everybody is against us. Go.
Right. Whenever you hear the word consent,
Right.
that means you're releasing some of your privileges, your rights.
Right.
Whenever they said, "Did you read the consent? Did you sign the consent?" That C word.
See, I done found out that when it comes down to the medical field, you don't really sign nothing.
Well, I mean,
You don't really want to sign too much.
You have to, or they're not going to see.
Hit the green button.
You have to because we're not.
Hit the red button twice.
We're not because we're not going to see you because that is our contract saying this is going to protect us.
Right.
But my thought process is, why we gotta have that going into something that we're supposed to be doing to help people?
Right.
That should be because that's saying, ooh, if we make a mistake, yeah, we just gonna be able to.
Yeah, because we understand mistakes, but those things aren't mistakes. Those are.
I agree.
Those are more so purposeful movements.
Just like we were talking about, superiority of these inner people who have these opportunities to be educated, and over the course of time, let that be the judge on how I'm gonna dictate how I feel about something. You know, it's
Right.
all about accolades and credentialing, which don't have nothing to really do with healthcare.
Man, that's an interesting perspective, dog. Because I was always wondering, and I remember that you're in the medical field, so I figure like you'll be a better person to ask. So now, from now on, get ready for these medical questions.
No problem.
You got medical questions that you want me to ask, just let me know, and I'll ask a doctor.
No problem. Well, I will see you in 2 weeks. Wish me luck. Look out
Hey,
for
man, good luck, man. Break a leg. That's what they say. That's what they say in the acting business, in
Right.
the show biz. So you don't know nothing about that. That's called show biz. They say break a leg.
Yeah.
That don't mean like break a leg. That mean like do really good.
You see this right here, man?
Yeah, what are you
I've
doing?
been around. I've been around a while. That's what I'm saying. I've heard.
That don't mean a damn thing. I
That
know
means something,
old
bruh.
fools with gray hair.
I
That
ain't
don't
no
mean
fool.
nothing. Gray hair don't mean you know something.
Hey, man, dude,
I know a lot of old fools. A lot of them. I know a lot of old fools.
A lot
bro.
of them. Okay.
Yeah, so what you got? Go. I know a lot of old fools, man. Now you said Balboa.
Balboa, yeah, from Philly, man.
Yo,
Well,
the
he made
baddest,
millions.
the baddest dude to ever come from Philly, boxing wise,
Right.
is Joe Frazier.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Right? That's
Yeah.
hands down.
Hands down. Yeah, I
The
agree.
rest of them remains to be seen. The second baddest dude, in my opinion, is Bernard Hopkins. Now here's the thing, because B-Hop was
Forgot he's from Philly.
he was undisputed for what's the joint called? I can't even remember when he had all the belts.
Yeah, just
for like-
undisputed.
yeah,
Yeah,
undisputed,
you're
yeah.
undisputed, champ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was undisputed for like 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, straight.
Yeah.
He was beating everybody ass.
He was.
But there are other boxers in Philadelphia that are some bad dudes, but you don't know about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Philadelphia, as we all know, a lot of people know, but a lot of people don't know. They have what you call like an idea, right? But they
Yeah.
don't really know.
They don't really know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You heard people say, well, Philadelphia, that's the home of boxing. I'm like, yeah, that's the home of boxing, but you don't really understand how when you see this old what we would call crackhead on the corner leaning, or when he snap out of it because you messing with him, and he hit you with a
Combo. Yeah.
you know what I mean, and then you like, what in the world happened? Because you waking up
Right.
thinking you was gonna put him to sleep
Right.
because you woke him up,
Mm-hmm.
and come to find out he was a ex-champion that
Gold
fell into
gloves.
drugs.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know, it ain't no golden gloves. Like ex-champion of
He's
the world
ex-champion
type.
of the
Yeah,
world.
like he actually held like a WBO belt. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of those running around Philadelphia. So you got to be careful. It's a lot of good boxers that came out of Philly. So we just going to talk about what's on the surface because I'm not about to give you a history lesson. I'm gonna let you go do that yourself. On the surface wise, with the ones you gave me, we're gonna say Joe Frazier first.
Right.
Bernard so far is second.
Yeah, I can see that.
And we're gonna see who remains, you know what I'm saying, third
After that, yeah.
after that. You know, because it's real out here.
Oh yeah, man. I was thinking about that when Boots fought. You know, we were having our discussion on Boots and what was going on, our text discussion. So it got me to thinking. I said, well, next time I'm on Shaw's joint, his live joint, I said, I'm gonna bring that up to you.
Boots got a lot of turn your head this way. Boots got a lot of proving himself. He got to prove himself. So even though Boots is good right now, you know what I'm saying, he still got to prove himself. So he ain't really proved himself all the way. So we can't give Boots that. You know what I'm saying? Because Danny Garcia held the belts and defended the belts for quite some time as well.
Right.
So you can't just automatically say Boots over Danny Garcia. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I was just thinking,
you got other fighters.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. And he's still not young in the game, but he's still got a lot to prove in the game, I guess you could say. He's got a ways to go.
We still got a lot of other fighters in Philly that will be over Boots that has done more than Boots.
Right.
Boots is just more new.
He's newer.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking of Philly.
And we all like new fighters. We all like new.
Right. I was just thinking anybody. Those are the only 3 fighters I could think of from Philly. And you know, I was just fucking around with Balboa. I want to get a laugh out you. I figured that would get you a laugh when you read it.
Hey, yo, Adrian. See, the thing about Balboa, what makes him interesting about Philly and fighting,
right,
is this is the thing about Balboa that makes him so prominent in Philly. He's a what's that? A fictional character. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So the nigga ain't real. Right?
Not really.
But what makes it so real about him is that his spirit, the spirit of what he did.
Right.
No matter how many times he got knocked down, he got up.
He did.
He never quit.
Right.
He always worked hard. He worked hard. He came from nothing and rose to the top. You know what I'm saying? So, and that is the actual spirit of Philadelphia.
Right.
That's why when people ask me what's a better city, right, between Atlanta and Philly, I say, listen, on paper, and when you look at it, Atlanta is way better than Philly, right? But you have to go to Philly to understand why Philly's a better city.
Right.
Because once you get there, you're going to be like, oh, okay, I get it. Because that energy is going to
you feel
surround you. You know what I'm saying? Once that energy surrounds you, you're going to be like, oh, now I see why. Now I see why you have to go to a city like Philadelphia so you can really, really know what is hitting for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that city is magical. You just gotta experience it for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta experience it for yourself in order to understand it. But Balboa is the essence of Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That hard work, that never give up, never quit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go down and fight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go down. Sometimes you gotta understand that. You always gonna win. But
But you gotta do what you gotta do.
you gotta do what you gotta do. Every time.
You gotta hit him with the left. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, not too much on my city, cuz.
Hey man, but no, that's a good balance.
Yeah, not too much on my city, man. Not too much on my city, Playboy. Hold that up.
Yeah, just get a
Bro, what you said? You said cut this whole goatee off? Because I want to make sure I understand what you said. Huh? Cut the whole goatee off? Because I thought I said not too much on my city, so I'm trying to figure out.
Wear at least an Eagles cap one day.
An Eagles cap?
Yeah.
I wear Philly, man. Listen, man. I'm all about the P because I keep it playing.
Oh, just the P thing.
When I do this right here,
Uh-huh.
that's when you know. When I do this,
Right. It's on.
not too much on my city, man. Hold that up for
Man, come on, man. I've been there before as a child, man, as a youth. So I ain't
As
got
a
no problem
youth,
with
dumb.
Philly. As a youth, man.
Are you dumb? Not too much on my city, man. My city lit like that.
Can't argue with you on that, man.
One thing I do know is, and this is just what I've seen over my time.
Mm-hmm.
When I see people come, and I want this to be a. When I see people come from Philly to the South, the West Coast, or wherever, I'm not saying it's 100%,
Right.
but it's very high percentage.
Right.
They be successful.
Okay.
They be successful no matter where they go. They be successful. When they leave Philly and they get out of Philly and they go to the next place, they be successful at a very fast rate. Yeah, because what it is that it's getting a little tricky now because so many people is moving around so much, right? But what it is that you gotta hustle, and a lot of times some New Yorkers are like that too, but
Right.
not, I don't focus on New York, so I don't know. But you gotta hustle so hard in Philly, right? You gotta put in so much work just to get a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put in a lot of work just to get a little bit. That when you leave Philly and you go to the next place, you put in that same work in because that's embedded in your DNA. So you putting that same work in, but the results yield bigger rewards in the next city because there are more opportunities there
Okay.
and less people.
Less people. Yeah.
So if they go to like a LA, New York, or Chicago or something like that, I can see it being a little more difficult for them to get up, but they still gonna get up.
Okay.
They still gonna get up. And that's just my personal opinion about Philly, you know what I mean?
Right. All right, well, let me ask you this, man.
Philly is definitely different, Princess, for real. Like you just gotta go there to understand. Like this is not this is not that. You know what I'm saying? Like when you go there, as soon as you get there, you automatically feel something different. Like it's like, oh,
vibe,
yeah, and you say, oh, I'm gonna go get a cheesesteak. Next thing you know, you eating pretzels with mustard on them. You eat pretzels with mustard.
You never did that before in your life, right?
Fifth and Ansbury. That's Fifth and Ansbury. Is that South Philly or I think that's South Philly. Fifth and Ansbury. I know Fifth Street down. That's South Philly. Cottage Street, yup. Nah, cause that could be. It's been a minute. Hold on, give me North. Fifth Street. Broad Street. Close to Broad Street. Yeah, that's all, man. I'm telling you, bro. Take your butt to Philly. Learn something about yourself, man. Cause Philly gonna put you on the map. And you know what I do like about Philly though? This is one thing that I really miss about being in Philly. The old heads.
Really?
Yeah, man. Come here, young boy. Explain something to you, young boy.
Right.
Hunting Park, yeah, no Philly, no Philly. That's what I was thinking. Uh, let me explain something to you, young boy. And they like, what in the world? You know what I'm saying? You walk away from that conversation a little smarter, man.
Right.
But you gonna say to yourself, man, old head tripping, man.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Old head
Yeah.
tripping, man.
Man.
So,
What's wrong with OG? Man?
but boxing gyms in Philly, man, they around. They around. Boxing has always
Yeah, it's
been a thing in
it's
Philly.
been a thing.
But see, as I was growing up in Philadelphia, it was like it wasn't as aggressive. Life wasn't hard. It was difficult, but it wasn't hard. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it was like it was still, people scrambling trying to get by, but the kids we wasn't depressed. We wasn't going through shit.
Right.
We didn't have a lot of kids didn't have anything. A lot of kids were struggling, but we were happy in our struggle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's kind of, you almost didn't know you were struggling almost.
Facts.
Yeah.
So it was like you go outside and you having fun with the kids, and the kids in the neighborhood, all the kids in the neighborhood, everybody knew each other. We was all growing up around each other. You got these kids playing hopscotch. You got these kids playing over there with whatever they doing. They in the park. You know what I'm saying? It was fun. It was neighborhood. It was community, right? So what happens is some people will come around and be like, "Yo, we got the gloves.
Who won it? Yeah.
Put them on.
Put 'em on. Yeah.
Let's go. Put them on." You know what I'm saying? Like, let's go. And now you squared up with somebody 3 blocks away.
Right.
They live 5-7 blocks over that way. I don't know what happened in the world where we started to be more against each other when it comes down to Philly, but I don't know. That's not the Philly. The Philly I see now is not the Philly I left. That's not the Philly I left. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I dig it.
The Philly I left. The Philly I left was less devilish, so to speak. For lack of better terms, man. It wasn't, well, when I think about it, it wasn't like all this and glamour, but I saw this coming. You know what I'm saying? When I left, so.
See, it's interesting, man, because I grew up as a little kid, as a youngin'. I grew up in Brooklyn. I got partners here from D.C. So how would you, what's the word I'm looking for? Not juxtapose, but just interact all 3 cities. Have you been to all 3?
Brooklyn, D.C., and
Yeah, New York,
Philadelphia?
D.C., Philadelphia. You been to all 3?
Yeah.
Okay. What would you say? How would you differentiate the 3?
How would I differentiate New York, D.C., and Philly?
Yeah.
All right. That's actually pretty easy. That's actually easier than expected.
Okay.
Okay, so New York. Let's just take New York. Hustle, bustle. City never sleep. Right? Big lights. City of dreams. Right? New York is the marquee. That's the sign. That's the, as soon as you see it, you notice it.
Yeah.
Right? Philly is more like the store next to the sign. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Philly the store next to the sign. Philly is like, oh yeah, what's the name? The Apollo, right? But yeah, they got the the Apollo. Oh, matter of fact, got the store right here. Let me run up in here real quick before I go in there. Philly's the store next to the sign. Philly is like a more calm version of New York, right? Still got everything, still hustle and bustle. I don't think that city sleep, in my opinion, but yeah, because any time of the night it goes down, right? And then yeah. It's gotten really bad. The mental health, man, it just went so far downhill. But I wouldn't. This is how I would classify it before the Philly that I left.
Right.
Now, I wouldn't classify it that way. Now Philly is pray for my city type. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
But then you got DC. DC, the way I would classify DC is, and everybody got their problems, but we just gonna talk about the black community.
Right.
DC is the part that the energy that make you happy about being in New York.
Mm-hmm.
When you say, when they say, I'm in New York,
Yeah.
I'm in New York.
Yeah.
DC is that energy.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're like, damn, I'm in DC, like party time, chocolate city, beautiful people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And seemingly safe. God, it seems safe.
Yeah.
It seems safe. But
Yeah.
but
Yeah, he's got
it just
but it seems safe.
it just gives you that I'm in DC feel, like, yo, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's just my personal take on it, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's my personal take. I just feel like Philly, I feel like I can see that. I can see Philly being reminding you of Brooklyn. I can see that. It makes sense though. It makes sense. But oddly, Philly and New York, it's a hit or miss.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hit or miss. It's like, where you from? New York. Where you from? Philly. If you on that type time, like, here we go.
Here we go.
No. All right, okay, I ain't on it either. You know what I'm saying? It just hit or miss when it come down to that because,
Right.
you know, them New Yorkers, man, like, get rid of all of them.
Yeah.
Throw New York off the map.
New York is funny, man.
What's that up? New Yorkers, man, they
They're a wild group of people, man. See, I was there when I was a kid.
New Yorkers, New Yorkers are a special group of people
They're a
too.
special group, man.
They
I
are.
used to work at Champ Sports, South DeKalb Mall, man. I'm joking. And I worked there in the early 2000s, so the Knicks was all that, you know. Y'all ain't got no Spreewell gear in here, son?
No, I like, honestly, man, I like New York women. Hold on, I like New York women.
Right.
They are very interesting, man.
Uh-huh.
New York women are tough. Man. They are tough. They are not no pushover type women, man. They are tough.
Right.
Yeah, they some tough women, man. They will mess around and catch you slipping and punch you dead in your face, and you will feel it. You'll feel like a Mack truck hit you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I like New York women.
Right.
But if I had to pick where, like, the best.
Yeah, well, out of the three best women there.
Well, I never really actually dealt with women from DC.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I know women from DC,
Right.
but I never really been in intimate situations with women from DC. But I know a lot of women from DC, and I listen. They are some amazing women. The ones I know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The ones I know are dope as hell. So
Right.
just because I haven't been intimate with them, like,
Yeah, they're still pretty cool.
yeah, they some dope women. I mean, they all really, like, always be, like, super cool, positive.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Down to earth, understanding. You know what I mean? Patient.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yep.
Patient women. Yup. So, yeah. DC women are pretty cool, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know which one I would pick out of all of them. I would probably be like, listen, nothing in my opinion beats a Philadelphia woman.
Okay.
But there is one that comes very close.
What's that?
That if a Philadelphia woman stumbled a little too many stumbles, she'll pass her.
Okay.
In my opinion.
And that would be
New Orleans women.
really,
Man,
really
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
New
Wow.
Orleans women got, in my opinion, they're a complete package. They're a complete package. They know how to cook, right?
Yeah.
They know how to listen. And when I say listen, I don't mean this and you need to
just hear
obey me.
Yeah,
No, I'm
yeah.
not saying listen.
Right.
I mean listen as being when you're talking that they're not listening to respond. They're listening to hear and absorb what you're saying.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, listen in a way where, like,
they don't interrupt
I
you.
feel like we're in a conversation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you talk, then they talk after you're finished.
Right.
Got
Like
it.
they're good listeners. They, you know,
Yeah.
the ones I know.
Yeah, I hear you.
So I heard. But then they fun. They fun. They open minded and understand. You know what I'm saying? They're nurturing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Some good nurturers. You know, like I feel like every time I be with my New Orleans friends, you know what I mean? It's I feel like I'm with, you know,
Yeah, with
like
some
I'm
good
good.
people.
Like I'm
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I'm with good people. I'm good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, New Orleans, but I feel like that with Philly too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I get
So
it.
New Orleans is a
Yeah, I dated
very
a girl
close
from New
second.
Orleans. Yeah, she lived in Houston. You know, she
I'm
was
at, man.
born and raised there and lived in Houston. But yeah, she was cool people though. She was. I give her that.
For real though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So,
I can see that. I can see that. New Orleans, interesting. Yeah.
Houston, Houston is. I can't really say much about Houston.
Yeah, that's where I used to live before I moved
I,
here.
I
Houston, something else.
Houston. My younger days is, you know, Houston, man.
Yeah, one of my.
Only thing I can say about Houston is, if anybody ever was to see this right here,
Oh right.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's all I can say. I'm sorry. It was me. I was the problem. Now, I know there's going to be individuals that think that I'm talking about them. No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Houston.
Houston in general.
I'm talking about Houston. Just in case. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, no, man, like, yeah, I'm going with Philly always going to be, you know, dear and near to my heart. But we need to pray for my city because they're going through it. And I don't even know the first thing to even suggest to even get that problem fixed. But I know it has something to do with drugs. Stopping the flow of drugs, at least slowing it down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, at least slow it down.
God
Golly.
damn.
What's that up? Slow it down a little bit. They got it going on. But all right, man.
You still alive, huh?
I'm still alive. That was 3 haircuts I gave y'all. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for joining me at the spotlight. I'm Shy the Barber. We'll be back tomorrow at 1 o'clock.
1 p.m.
See you then.